There's definitely an argument about people wasting their money on flagship phones, and this is exactly why. This is the POCO X8 Pro Max, and this is exactly why I love reviewing this kind of tech, because on paper, it shouldn't compete, but in real life, it kind of does. So first up, performance, and this thing is seriously fast. Packing a MediaTek Dimensity 9500S built on a 3nm architecture with 12 gigs of RAM and up to 512 gigs of UFS 4.1 storage. There's absolutely no lag, no stutters, apps open instantly, gaming is super smooth, and here's the thing, this doesn't feel like a budget phone, this feels almost flagship. And if you're not familiar with the 9500S from MediaTek, it sits around the sort of benchmarks, if you care about benchmarks, of the 9400 plus-ish, which I think is in the Xiaomi 15T. So you're going to get some really great stutterless performance. Yeah, overall, really great performance. I've not had any problems with the day-to-day performance in my use. And yeah, gaming is super smooth on this phone. And then there's that display. You get a 6.83 inch 120Hz AMOLED display, 3840Hz PWM dimming, 3500 nits of peak brightness, and up to 450 pixels per inch. It's protected with Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, although there is a pre-applied screen protector, so you should be good out of the box, and an over 90% screen to body ratio. The bezels on this display are really slim. You get a really full immersive experience when using this phone. The bezels aren't the slimmest of what I found on some other devices, but yeah, overall, it's a really stunning display. Plenty bright enough, plenty smooth, just a really nice display. As you can see, those bezels are pretty slim on this phone. So overall, a really nice display, and there's a super fast under display fingerprint scanner, if I can bring it up. I mean, it's not the fastest on the market, but yeah, it's fast enough, and I've not had any problems with it whatsoever. Now, I'll get a little bit more onto the design in a second, but when it comes to the battery, this is where this phone kind of gets a little bit stupid. This phone is packing a massive 8500 mAh battery, even 9000 mAh in some regions, and that's just an insane capacity. This phone will go 2 days without even trying. You can go to 3, maybe even 4 days if you're a really light user. Overall, battery life on this is just absolutely ridiculous. You've even got support for 100-watt wired charging, which can get you 50% in less than half an hour. No wireless charging, unfortunately, but you do also get 27 watts reverse wired charging as well. It's certainly one of those phones that you can just use and not have any battery anxiety whatsoever. If you're a light user, like I said, you could potentially take this away on a weekend, and you could potentially last that entire weekend on a single charge. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, overall battery life on this phone is absolutely crazy. So I'll just quickly talk about the design of this phone, which I usually start off with first, and yeah, I probably should have started off with it first, but yeah, overall it's a really nice design and very well built phone. You have an aluminium frame, glass fiber reinforced plastic back, IP68, IP69 water and dust resistance. Overall, just a very well built phone. You've got dual SIM support and eSIM as well, so you're great for all your connectivity needs as well. It just feels like a very premium device. Although it's a plastic back, it doesn't feel like a cheap plastic. It's really nice, and that aluminium frame is really nice as well. And you do get some stereo speakers, as you can see the speaker grill hopefully at the top, and then of course at the bottom as well for some really nice stereo sound. Speaker quality is pretty good. Obviously it's not going to be the best on the market, but overall they're nice sounding speakers and pretty good for this price. And then just a very brief mention of the software on the POCO X8 Pro Max. We're running Android 16 with Xiaomi's HyperOS 3.0 on top. Xiaomi are promising 4 major Android updates and 6 years of security patches. So it's not class leading, but it's still pretty decent. Xiaomi's HyperOS, I've only really been using Xiaomi phones properly for the last 3 or 4, maybe 5 months. I do quite like HyperOS, it's plenty customizable. I'm not going to go into loads of details. Check out my video up here or down there if you want a little bit more ins and outs on navigating HyperOS. But overall, it's quite a nice software experience. It's not going to be for everyone, of course, but like I said, it's a lot better than what I remember from years ago. So yeah, overall, a really pleasant software experience. And when it comes to the cameras, on the back of the POCO X8 Pro Max, this is where you know that this phone isn't a flagship, but to be fair, they're still pretty good. Packing a 50 megapixel f1.5 primary camera with optical image stabilization, and then a more basic 8 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide. Photos coming from the main camera do actually show some nice detail and natural color, especially when you give it plenty of light. There is a 2x crop mode on the screen as well, so you can just punch in that little bit more and it does retain a pretty good amount of detail as well. Switching to that ultra wide, this is where you do notice there is a much lesser quality sensor and it is more common found on other cheaper devices as well, but overall it's not a terrible ultra wide camera. You can shoot 4K video from the main camera as well, and then you get a 20 megapixel selfie camera, and this is one of the areas that I actually not a huge fan of the selfie cameras on a lot of the mid-range Xiaomi devices. I just find the detail not always to be that great and colors to be a little bit bland in some cases. You can also shoot a maximum of 1080p video from this selfie camera. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you think of the quality of the selfie photos and also the video, and definitely get subscribed to the channel if you enjoyed this video and want to see a little bit more. Let's move on. And then a few extras on the POCO X8 Pro Max. You got Bluetooth 6.0 for some nice up-to-date connectivity, Wi-Fi 7. There's no FM radio, but you do get an IR blaster at the top. Unsurprisingly, there's no 3.5mm headphone jack as well. And in certain regions, I'm not 100% sure if it's in every region, you also get NFC for your contactless payments, etc. But overall, I think this is a very well-rounded device. The cameras are probably the only slightly downside on this phone, but everything else is just absolutely awesome. Battery life is incredible, the display is stunning, super fast under display fingerprint scanner, and that MediaTek Dimensity 9500S gives you plenty of near flagship grade performance, and all for around 400 quid. And you can obviously get the regular X8 Pro, which I think has a slightly lesser processor, but overall, and I think that's like 300 quid. So overall, both of these devices are absolutely awesome. But of course, as usual, let me know down in the comments what you think of this device. Is it something that you would consider buying? And one thing, they give you a case in the box, which is great, but it's always one of these cases that covers up that nice color. It's a lovely case, don't get me wrong, it feels really nice, but I love this white. And when I was actually dailying this phone for a little while, I did actually use it caseless, which I never normally do. And yeah, it's just a really nice, clean design. But again, like I said, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.